Man, hold on, y'all. I done fucked up. I done fucked this thing up. Okay, here we go. Hold on, y'all. I done fucked it up a little bit. Let me get my life together. I need to put my headphones in so y'all can hear me. Hold on. Hold on. Alright. Alright. What's up, Mike? Let me know if you can hear me, brother. Let me know if I'm sounding clear to you. In the comment section, just let me know if you can hear me. Making sure everything cool before we get it in a little bit. What's up, brother Terrence? What is up? Y'all let me know if you can hear, because I just had to, I put my ear shit in late. I don't know whether or not y'all will be able to hear me clearly. As y'all can see, I'm driving on my way to Virginia Beach. Virginia. Getting in with Virginia real quick. It's getting dark out here, so I don't know how good the light gonna be, but as long as y'all can hear me, that's the main thing I'm concerned about. I'm going to dig into this cave confession that some police officer, some of y'all have seen the letter where he wrote, where he confessed to being a part of and basically colluding with the government in the assassination of Hajj Shabazz. Some of you may know him as Malcolm X. We're going to be talking about that here briefly. I'll be saying some things that some of you may not agree with. If you are in the mindset that you support and protect and defend the Nation of Islam and Minister Louis Farrakhan, then you're going to be a little triggered, all right? You may be a little upset about what I have to say about this whole situation, but we've seen the situation unfold right in front of our eyes. And the thing that was so crazy, whenever I saw the note that the motherfucker wrote, I shrugged. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I shrugged because we already knew that. We knew that the NYPD was in on the shit too. We knew that the feds, the CIA, we knew that the entire American government, 3Ks don't get this shit fucked up incorporated, we knew that the entire American government was okay with that shit. We knew that the entire American government sanctioned that shit. We knew that already. We understood that already. So for this cave to come make his little confession on his deathbed, and if you look at the note, the date on the note, it was from 2011, so I don't know, 10 years later this shit come out now, and I think they probably did that shit because they know everybody that's involved, everybody that was involved in that shit is dead now. So of course they're gonna come out here like, yeah, this the last surviving motherfucker that has something to do with it, so we can go ahead and tell y'all, yeah, we did that shit. Some of you are privy to the fact that the government was found guilty in civil court. They by Martin Luther King's wife. They were found guilty of murdering him. That happened in 1999. You know what came of that? Absolutely nothing. Which is the same thing that's gonna come of this shit right now. The only thing that's gonna come of this is going to create another conversation. Some of you may have watched Who Murdered Malcolm X on Netflix. Some of you may have watched that. I suggested that people watch it. Whenever I saw it, I went and did a whole YouTube live review on it. But that was a very good breaking down of what happened with Malcolm X. It came on Netflix. I don't know if it's still there or not. Where it showed everything. Broke the shit all the way down. So we are, I mean, even if you didn't see that, you should already know what happened to Malcolm X. There's no way you should think, well, you know, motherfuckers just hit him and, you know, it's that simple. Like, nah, the government had a vested interest into murdering Malcolm X. Government had a vested interest in that. The NOI were complacent and compliant with that because they were talking about killing Malcolm X themselves because they were mad about what he came out and said about Elijah Muhammad and him impregnating them young girls. They was already mad talking about killing this man. Malcolm X knew his time was coming. He just didn't shy away from it. He didn't back down from it. But he knew. He said it himself. He knew. So now you have a cave motherfucker come make this a confession, something we already knew. The NOI is still gonna run around here and act like they don't know what the fuck going on. They gonna act like they ain't had shit to do with it when we know it was their gunmen who shot him down. And they laid out the environment and the climate to make something like that be okay amongst the ranks in the NOI. Because of what he said about the man that they just couldn't, you know, they worshipped him so much they couldn't even see the truth about him. Right? We understand that shit. And America sanctioned that shit. Nobody brought to the court of law. Now, or prosecuted in any type of way. Now, we saw the same thing happen with the Chicago PD. What some of you now have probably watched Judas and the Black Messiah. We watched them go in full-blown murder Fred Hampton while he was asleep. Now that's depicted on this movie, but then nothing happened to him because the government sanctioned that shit. The J. Edgar Hoover sanctioned that shit. They still got a building named after him right now, and they motherfuckers running around here tearing down Confederate statues, but still got the name of J. Edgar Hoover on a building in D.C. and ain't decided to tear that motherfucker down yet. Huh? They ain't decided to tear it down yet. So that building's still up. Ain't nobody want to tear that down. That's the goddamn CIA building that made sure that they prevented the rise of a black messiah. Somebody who could get black people together, get our heads out of our asses, and focus on who our true enemy is. They never want that shit to happen. And they were willing to kill anybody that was going to do it. And Malcolm X just happened to be one of those type of men. And the NOI will continue. They'll disrespect Malcolm X to this day. I've seen interviews where these motherfuckers talk about how much greater Farrakhan was than him. No, the fuck he wouldn't. Farrakhan would have got hit too. Farrakhan laid down. He talked a fiery speech on TV, but he laid down for them people. He laid down for them people. Because if you ask me, if the government can use your organization one time, then they can do it again. They can do it multiple times. We've learned that, hell, even Al Sharpton was on the Fed's payroll. We learned that some years back. These motherfuckers laid down. The ones that they could control, they kept free and non-murdered. That's what they did. That's how they acted. The people who they could not control were either assassinated or imprisoned. That's just how it is. This is black history. Now, the thing that this government has been able to do to black people that I find pretty, it's ridiculous. Even though this entire country is anti-black, what they're able to do for black people is tell black people, well, y'all just need to go vote and everything gonna be all right. And black people, sadly enough, be like, okay, you right. I see, you know, we that type of people. We understand, oh yeah, we just go vote. Even though they can sit out here and full-blown assassinate our leaders with no consequence whatsoever. The reason there is no consequence whatsoever is because the same government that you're voting into, trying to vote for somebody to represent you in, everybody that was a threat to them that was black people outside of that political arena, they killed. Anybody inside of that political arena, they control. That's just the facts. And I get so tired of being of black people not understanding or seeing this shit for what it is. It's very clear at this point. Once a black person enters the political arena, they are controlled. They may let them give small bits and pieces of lip service, but there is nothing going to happen transformative for the benefit of black people. There will not be a call to unify amongst black people. Our calls to unify with the so-called brown people, so-called people of color. You see? That's the trick they play on us. And they can run that trick, but we keep falling for it. We continue to fall for it when we see what type games they playing. Now, again, this is going to make its rounds. Everybody going to have their conversations about it, but nothing's going to happen as far as justice. Nothing's going to happen. Now, I did see that his daughters are wanting to reopen the case and maybe possibly sue somebody or something like that, but ain't nothing going to happen. Nothing going to happen. They may settle. They may fuck around and give Malcolm X another street. Same shit they just did up in Illinois for Huey P. Newton. Gave him a street. Gave him a whole street, but will not acknowledge the fact that this whole government, this entire government, was against the Black Panther Party. They won't come out and say that, but they'll give you a street though. Same thing they did for Sandra Bland. They'll give you a street. Malcolm X already got streets. But they used to us accepting these symbolic trinkets, which should be viewed as disrespect to us. They're used to us clapping our hands and cheering them for it. They're used to that. They know what we gonna do. Because Malcolm X made it very clear that the Democrats and the Republicans ain't shit. He was very clear about that. And when he decided to come out and go against the NOI based on what Elijah Muhammad was getting into, did his pilgrimage over to Mecca, or to the Mecca, he had a whole different mindset. And that made him hate him even more. He started to see. He started to understand. That made the government and the NOI hate him even more. Because he was freeing his mind again. You see? He had freed his mind already one time when he went to prison and found the Islamic religion. He freed himself from that coon shit he was on. He was about to free his mind again. And they had to, that's basically what some of y'all anime motherfuckers would call like Super Saiyan 3. He was about to go Super Saiyan 3 on these motherfuckers. And they had to clip him off before he did it. That's what it was. That's all it was. He was about to go Super Saiyan 3 on these bitches, and they knew that he had the ability and the charisma to electrify and unify black people. They knew that. So this government sanctioned him to be murdered and keep telling you to go vote. And you keep saying, okay. That's the problem I have. We don't even honor Malcolm X. We don't even honor El Haj. Because if we did, then we wouldn't be on this symbolic bullshit playing into a system that is anti-black. We wouldn't even be doing that. People act like they fuck with Malcolm a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Some of his quotes and stuff like that. You know, people love to come out and use them. Use some of his quotes. But his ideology falls by the wayside. Because his ideology causes us to do some work. Causes us to come together. It will force that. That's what we do. It's done got dark as hell, y'all. And I apologize about that. It's dark, but y'all can still hear me. And if y'all want to, share this shit. share it. I won't be on here too long. I won't take up too much of y'all's time with this. But I made a post on here on Facebook as to how infuriating it is to see them keep playing these games, keep mentioning Malcolm X, keep talking about the assassination of Malcolm X, keep breaking this shit down, and nothing's happening. Nothing's coming of it. Some people needed that note. I didn't, because I already knew. I've been mad. Some people would tell me I'm too goddamn mad. But I can't watch this government and know what this government's done as to murdering our people with impunity. Not just George Floyd, not just Breonna Taylor, not just Elijah McCain, not just Tamir Rice, not just Oscar Grant. They take out our leaders as well. And will tell you to take your silly ass to the polls and vote for Joe Biden. When this entire government is anti-black and we refuse to charge this entire government with being anti-black. To the point where they were scared. J. Edgar Hoover and them was scared. That's why they resorted to murder. That's why they resorted to sending in informants. That's what made them resort to that. Them bitches was scared. And I would argue they ain't been scared ever since. They've been cool. Once they slung that crack up into black neighborhoods in the 80s, they ain't been worried about shit. Because they gonna keep telling niggas to go vote, and niggas gonna keep saying, okay. Why would they be worried? They done beat us already. They making us believe that they giving us the tools to liberate ourselves. And we should see they refuse to give us the tools to liberate ourselves. And even when we make the tools for ourselves, they'll come destroy them. That's what they do. And y'all act like this shit is a thing of the past. They're not having to go as hard because, again, they just tell us to go vote every 4 years. Or go vote for the senator or the governor. You know, go vote for these motherfuckers. Then real change will take place. And we keep saying, okay. What they did to Brother Malcolm, sanctioning his assassination, they did it with a purpose. They understood they had to get rid of him because he wasn't the one that was going to be respectful to Democrats or Republicans. He wasn't about to do that. Which is one of the problems that Elijah Muhammad had with him. Because y'all know when he made that quote about whenever they assassinated JFK, he wasn't supposed to say anything. He says the chickens done came home to roost. He wasn't supposed to say that. Elijah Muhammad then told him don't even talk to the press. Don't say anything. You causing too much problems. Malcolm X's issue was that he didn't understand, like, if we out here talking about this shit, if we out here going in on the white man, why can't I talk about this shit? Why can't I go but so hard? Because see, what Elijah Muhammad then was doing was still trying to have relationships with the white man and his mama. And that confused Malcolm X. He's like, well, goddamn, like, shit, we banging on him. We talking a good game. We giving the speeches. Malcolm didn't understand. The NOI didn't want to go that hard. They didn't want to get the wrath of the American government. Malcolm X didn't understand. He didn't understand that. He was at odds about that. Like, how we out here doing all this talking, but I'm supposed to chill. Y'all want to know if they say if No Chill had a face, if No Chill was a person, that was Malcolm X. No Chill. Even when he knew he was about to die, no chill. I'm still gonna go give my speech. up at the Autobahn. I'ma still go. If No Chill was a person, it was Malcolm X. That's who No Chill was. He didn't understand. So the motherfuckers asked him a question. He said, God damn it, hey, the chickens done came home to roost. You motherfuckers always knocking black folk off left and right, don't give a fuck. Well, that's what happened to JFK then. Got his top popped off. And I don't feel nothing about it. I don't feel nothing about it. That's what happened. They said Malcolm was getting too much publicity. It was going to his head. He was basically a camera whore. And he went against a direct order because they had told him to shut the fuck up. When he made that statement, he went against a direct order. See? So that even added more fuel to the fire. Then he brought that shit about Elijah Muhammad. More fuel to the fire. And most of the members, you know, I turned their back on him. Was talking about killing him and every goddamn thing. So, of course, when the government saw that, they're like, hell yeah. Because, you know, they love for black folk to be at odds with each other. That makes us easy to conquer. It's a very simple concept. You divide and conquer. Well, black folk have a tendency to divide ourselves. So they don't have to do much work. They use these same tactics with the Black Panther Party. Same tactics. COINTELPRO, same tactics. You got informants in there. They'll be writing little hating ass letters and shit to one side, acting like, yo, that motherfucker over there talking shit about you. And it was them motherfuckers, the ones writing the letters, creating that dissension. And they would come in and capitalize off of it. That's what they do. Now, again, it's a little easier. We do it to ourselves right now. A lot. You see another black person, don't fuck with them just because they're another black person. They're not the ones controlling this government, knocking your goddamn head off, knocking your leaders' heads off, and always have throughout history. Them should be the ones you got the problem with. But now, we save our mean mug for other black folk. And these bitches got the audacity to still have a J. Edgar Hoover building in D.C. That's tough, right? So see, the thing that's going to bother me about this is I know for one, nothing's going to happen. I know that for a fact. That bothers me. Already, it bothers me. It makes me mad. Early, I've been mad. Nothing's going to happen. They know why I be running around here skirting all responsibility like they always do. And they'll continue on. The government will continue on. And nothing's actionable is going to come of this. And Malcolm X's assassination will continue to be in vain. But we still don't see it. We still don't understand it. We don't see the games they play. Y'all thinking y'all about to get liberation through Kamala Harris. Like, y'all think Joe Biden and Kamala Harris about to liberate the black man and woman and child in America. Y'all believe it's through them. Some of y'all have gotten some people that have been paying attention got a rude awakening. And Joe Biden done told y'all, nah, I ain't really riding for y'all like that. I never said I was. That's something you told yourself. But now I neglect. One of the tactics that politicians have been using now for decades. I mean, hell, I'll say for decades. Not since the beginning, because at the beginning they completely ignored black people altogether. Now they'll just be like, man, shit, I ain't telling niggas I'm gonna do that. Right? These motherfuckers can sit here, murder your people, and you will support them. That's my issue. That's what infuriates me. Y'all still support them. Whenever I bang on the government, it's gonna be a black person coming to tell me to chill. That's what infuriates me. I know what they doing. I know what they did. That's what infuriates me. Is because I'm going to go in on the government. And a black person going to tell me to chill. Or say shit to me like it ain't that serious. How the hell can't it... How you say it ain't that serious? It's over now. It's all good. Just go vote. The problem is y'all keep voting Democrat. These the conservatives say. Well, go vote for Republicans. That's the answer. And some black folk will be like, okay. Yeah, we have been. You know, we might as well see what the Republicans like. Not understanding. You see? Y'all see blue and red, I see purple. Y'all see blue and red, I see purple. I understand that it's purple. I know they want me to see blue and red. That would mean that the social engineering worked on me. That's what that would mean. Oh, it worked. I see purple though. You see? Malcolm saw purple. Our greatest master teachers and leaders saw purple. They understood that it's purple. Only an ignorant Negro will sit here and talk about some blue and red. Or blue or red, rather. Only an ignorant Negro will still say. Like, you still saying that? That's a product of ignorance. It's purple. And ain't none of it black. But see, we don't want to understand that. We don't want to get that through our motherfucking heads. We like the girlfriend or boyfriend that can't accept the fact that the other motherfucker don't go with us. Oh, you mean you not my boyfriend? Bitch, I've been telling you no for 400 years. Oh, you not my girlfriend? Bitch, nigga, I've been telling you no for 400 years. How many ways do you need to hear no? Black people are hard-headed like that. This government keep telling us no. Give you little symbolic shit. We'll let a little black girl do some poetry at an inauguration. All this silly ass shit, painting Black Lives Matter in streets. Naming streets out the motherfuckers. Still anti-black. Still. See? And people get mad at me about this shit. But I just see it. I see the purple for what it is. Anybody who knows anything about this government knows that ain't nothing about to happen with this note that this motherfucker wrote in 2011 that we just now seeing in so-called 2021. You already know it. You understand it already. Ain't nothing about to happen. I don't know how far his family's going to push this. Because, hell, to me, I don't know how they ever let their foot off the gas anyway. I don't fully understand it. I'm not going to go in on his daughters or nothing like that, but I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't know how they ever let their foot up off the gas. After knowing what this government is about, after understanding COINTELPRO, I just don't see how I don't get it. But we know ain't nothing going to come of this. I wanted to come on here and share that with y'all quickly because I know I had made a post about it, but I wanted to expound on it because I don't think people understand fully. This isn't new information that the government colluded with the local police department, which is just the government in small print, really, in lowercase caps, basically. And they all colluded together, along with the NOI, to assassinate a brother. And two black men went to prison for it. Was it three? Damn, I could be saying it wrong. 2 or 3 black men went to prison for it. But not the government. The mastermind don't go to prison. They never do. Mad love to y'all. I appreciate y'all for spending this time with me. It's done got dark as hell out here. Shout out Team Rob. Y'all already know what the fuck it is. Black first, second, and third. And we see purple. I'm out.